and then a C-shaped C diminished. So we have 5 root 3 here, and we have 4, 7, 2 there. It's essentially a diminished C shape, so that would be like 4, 7, 2 right there. Now we have that labeled nicely below there, but you have to understand that, and we'll get to this stuff too, but what we were just doing with those D minor and E minor, 1 is root 3, 5, 2 is 2, 4, 6, 3 is 3, 5, 7, 4 is 4, 6 root, 5 is 5, 7, 2, 6 is 6 root 3, okay, 7 is 7, 2, 4, and then root 3, 5, okay, starts all over again. So that's what that is, so that we just find those numbers in here, and I have them labeled here, that the 3 minors are labeled right here. So here is 2 minors, 2, 4, 6. It says D minor in the C box. We've got 6, 2, 4 right there because it's in second inversion. Okay. E minor is the third minor, 3, 5, 7. There it is, 7, 3, 5 in second inversion, E minor. And all, the 7 is held by the fret nut, and we just go like that. And then we look at the open strings, and lo and behold, they're also 3, 7, and then 3 down here. Okay, so that's 3 of them, and we've got our fingers on these 2, and we have the 5 is also part of that third triad, right? Right there. Problem is, when we go over to the A box and want to play that C in the A shape, now we have to start the modal circle from A. So we just go up that pentatonic scale this way, or if we go counterclockwise, it spells caged again. We're just jumping into the caged word from A. A, G, E, D. C, A, G, E, D. It's just that there's buddies here on the 3 and the 4. Third minor, fourth major. Buddies here in the root and the half diminished in the E box are very close. Why? Here's the E, and here's the 7 half diminished scale. They're very close. They're in the same box. Okay. So that's what the name of this chart is, and it's just a general review. In the G box, the same thing. We've got G, A, C, D, E. Where do we start? C, right there. C, A, G, E, D. Caged again, or we're starting a pentatonic scale from here. C, D, E, G, A. And remember, that pentatonic scale is in the key of C. So with the E shape here, okay, we've got the same thing going on with the modals. We just started from E and we go right here, E, G minor shape, A minor shape, A. Well, let's start that. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to use my open strings here. Okay, so we got an E shape down here. Now don't worry about the actual notes that I'm playing, just the shapes, because I'm down tuned here. There's an E shape C. Now for that G minor shape, 2, remember 2 is 2, 4, 6, so it'd be 2, 4, 6 right there to 2. G minor shape, there's your G minor shape. You can play it if you got that E up here. We got 2, 2, 4, 6, 2. But we can't do that down here because we only have 2 here. 2, 4. Looking back in the C box, we're looking at here, it would be 6, 2, 3 would be, let's get Mr. Cable, so we're actually on that C box and doing the C shapes at the same time. That's why you get that redundancy, that C shape C. It's like, what's he talking about? So we got the 6 of C is A minor, then D minor, Okay, but when we go over to the E box, way over in the E box here, now let's just play an E, I guess. So root shaped E would be this, A shape would be here, but for the C we got to do the C7, don't we? Because we can't go down this way and get that C-shaped beat without moving the capo. We're going to do that major 7th there. Now remember, see how we go along here? E, G, A, C, D. E, G, A, C, D. Here's E. Okay. E, and then we go to G. That's the 2nd. The 3rd is A. The 4th is also A major. Alright, the 5th is C. Okay, the 6th is D. See how we're going up a pentatonic scale? And these are just different ways to indicate the same thing, but that's why we have the circles, because they make it easier. Down here I have the same thing, okay, spelled out here. This is it going backwards. So this would be going down the shapes. So there's the word cage, C-A-G-E-D. Alright, so anyway, getting back to where I made a mistake there. So this is the 2nd minor is 2, 4 is going to be a G minor 7. So if we're in E here, 2nd minor is going to be F sharp minor. For that E shape, we're going to play something like this. Alright, so it's going to be a 7th. Remember, the 7th of the Dorian is the root. Alright. Now the 3rd is going to be an A minor shape there. We're just going to do this crazy little A minor shape here. We're going to bring it down. Okay, and then we're going to also play something like this. And that would be like a G sharp minor 7th. Sounded strange, but same strangeness on the piano there. Okay, so we're moving along here pretty good. Let's zoom out for a minute. So that is just a little bit about the 7th chords, which are the half positions. Okay, the string circle itself, this is like a cage circle that I had mentioned before. And that is, I don't know if I can fit here. C-A-G-E-D. This is kind of a cage circle, but it's also a string circle, so it's a circle of 5ths. But this isn't modal. This is caged. What's the difference between modal and caged? Ah, that's the crux of the lesson. Really, I mean, cage is C-A-G-E-D. Okay, modal is C-4-A-G-E-R-D, and it looks like my name here, A. Girardi. It's funny. But we have the longs and the shorts. Okay, so I can't find the mover thing. So again, then we come down here, and let's say in the A box. Now you don't see any 7ths on this chart. Here's your A box. We were talking about the A box there. Hey, this is Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos. Part 2 of this lesson. May not be the same length as part 1, but it's another day. And I've kind of recovered from the storm, and now we've got clear weather, clear cold weather again. So we do a little check here, sound check. So the guitar sounds, kind of metallic sounds a little bit out of tune. I'll check it. Okay, here we go. So the G string and the B string were a little high. Okay, then we just do a sound check. Okay. By the way, if you see someone kind of vibratoing that last note, it's because it's probably a little flat. Alright, so we'll pick it up where we were. Again, in the A box here. But we were actually looking at this A box down here. So this was the full story for the A box here. Okay, so this is right here is the short A box. Okay, so if I was to put the capo on this 5, on your guitar it would be like the first dot. Okay, on my guitar it's the first dot from where your guitar begins. So it'd be like up here. And again, we'd have no choice but to play the long. So we wouldn't be looking at this right now. Okay, we wouldn't be looking at this. This is what we would be looking at. And the fret nut is the last fret before the end on the left there. Just like that. Okay. So mine's in the key of C here. If you put yours on the first dot, it'd be the key of C. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our S3AXL. 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's look at that S3AXL. Okay, I bumped ahead to the next chart, which is the most recent chart, 493. Here's our S3AXL right there. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're not worried about, when we're looking at the chart this way, alright, we're certainly not worried about imaginary stuff down here. Now we're going to look at 6 strings, right? So we're not, again, so we're actually missing out on the Dorian in this case. 6 strings, 7 modes. We're not going to be getting one of the modes. Okay? Again, 6 strings, 7 modes. We're not going to be getting one of the modes. So we're not getting Dorian on this one. But we're going to have the S3AXL, S3, 3 strings, A, extra longs. 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. S3AXL. To bring it up. That's normal shape fitting for the pattern. But now it gets a little